Happy Soul Sister Saturday from Dayna and Amy and the Jelly. Jellycat's here for moral support.
Yes, he's like the soul brother, the boy's view.
He's representing the masculine energy.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of feminine energy here. The Soul Sisterhood is very much geared for girls, but we don't want to forget the boys out there. So Jelly's here to represent the masculine energy in the Soul Sisterhood and the Brotherhood. Okay guys, well we're again so excited to be here as we are every Saturday to help you guys out with questions and offer you advice from your two big soul sisters. We have so many little soul sisters out there, sis.
I know, it's so beautiful.
The
It's like a
sisterhood,
nice big rainbow of love.
it is, and the sisterhood's growing so fast, and the comments and questions and pictures we get.
I know, it's kind of blown our minds a little, huh?
It has. We weren't expecting it to be as popular and helpful as it is, so we're so glad. This is one of the most fulfilling series that we do on our channel for sure. We love it. So without further ado, we're going to jump right in. Oh wait, first I have to tell you guys something really special to me. So this week has been really hard for me for the last couple days. I have had extreme toothache. Some of you may have seen the video.
Just been to hospital.
Yeah, and the dentist.
Yeah.
It was awful. Amy came with me, it was so sweet, to the hospital along with Joe and the kids at 1 in the morning, and they couldn't do anything. They gave me some medication and some antibiotics, and then, was it yesterday or the day before? I can't even remember. It's like it's a memory of pain in the last like several days. Oh, it's been awful.
Yeah.
And then we went to the dentist, and Amy is really afraid of teeth and the dentist. So keep this in mind of how much love she has shown me, because she hates the dentist and teeth. And she sat in with me as I was examined, and she held my hand, and she was by my side as I cried. I don't think I haven't cried that hard in so long.
That hurt to see Dayna in that much pain and tears. But strength comes over. My fear of the dentist went away because I needed to protect my sis. Although I didn't even faint, I was getting very whew, fainty.
Yeah, it was really sweet. Thank you so much for being there. I was saying when the love outweighs the fear, that's when you can tell it's a true soul sister.
Yeah, definitely.
Completely. And
It's
I was
been hard.
sobbing. Yeah, it's been a really hard couple of days. Even right before we started this recording, I get these episodes every hour, so of a lot of pain.
Excruciating, almost. Oh, she screamed a few times, screaming in agony
And crying.
Yeah.
And they've got 2 different pain medications, and neither one of them are really helping. They kind of take the edge off. But tomorrow at noon, I'm going for a root canal. Yay! I never thought I'd be so excited for dental work, but a root canal.
You have no idea what she's been going through, man.
It is unbelievable. So I'm really grateful to be able to be here and do this, because it's been a couple days since I've been able to record anything. So you guys are the first episode that we're recording, and I'm still in pain. So
yeah, she may have an episode in this episode.
Yeah, you may have to see her support me through it.
Bye, sis.
It was hard though, even before we turned this camera on, just laying there and just getting through it. But I'm so grateful. There's nothing more important and more essential than the love of your soul sister. Really, your best friend. There's nothing like it, because it's this mothering, nurturing energy that women have. I do know some boys have it, because my sons have definitely exhibited it, but generally that nurturing energy is from your best friend to your soul sister. And the secret to it is not trying to fix anything.
No,
you're
it's
just
holding and hugging and soothing and comforting.
Right. She doesn't ever have to rescue me. She has to know my strength and let me experience my own strength and be there to support it, because that's how we grow, isn't it? We don't need to be the hero to each other. We need to hold the space so we can be our own individual heroes, and that's how we grow as women. So with that said, I just want to thank you so much. I couldn't have got through it without you. I love you so much. This is definitely the most painful thing I've ever been through in my life.
It was scary to see someone you love in that much pain. It still hurts. Every time she has an episode, I'm inside, I'm hurting so much, but I gotta be strong.
There's been so many times, I'm over in the house and Amy's over here recording, yesterday, and Ivy ran over to get her to help me twice. So she's in the middle of work, and she's stopping everything she needs to do to come over and help me, and that is unbelievable. I'm so grateful.
Love you.
I love you too, sweetie. Thank you so much. I couldn't have got through it without you. You are way better.
Yourself, man.
Dude, you're way better than any drug that they could give you. You know what I mean? Seriously. It's the Amy drug. The soul sister drug of love.
Love.
Seriously, right? Okay, so there are several questions and comments. Hundreds. Yes, and there's several that have kind of jumped out at us, and again, we want to get to everyone's questions and be able to help you. But some of them I really want to address. So this particular one is from Mint Liz, and it says, "Dear Amy and Dayna, I have a soul sister who just moved away. Now that she's gone, I feel lonely. Some of my on and off again friends kept me away from her all the time when she was here." Let's talk about this for a second.
Okay.
Keep in mind, we're your big soul sisters, and everything we say, please take with the best of intentions and with love. Because sometimes you kind of got to give it really honest and blunt to be able to help somebody. You don't want to sugarcoat things too much. So I do want to say that no one can keep you from somebody else. So I think it's important to take some of that responsibility and really kind of address in what way did they try to keep you from your friend? Were they fearing you into not being friends with you? You know?
Yeah, no one can keep you from somebody. You do it, even if it's subconsciously. So if you know that you're being kept away from her, then that's your choice.
It really is the responsibility that you need to take, that you made that choice. Somebody else may have made you feel bad, but ultimately inner strength and self-love is speaking your mind and really getting in alignment with your own truth. So the more confident you are, the more you're able to say something like, you know, she's my friend and I'm going to go see her and I'll check in with you guys later.
Yeah.
If you felt as though you kind of had to ask permission, that's really giving away your power, isn't it?
Yeah. But if you have realized this, then that's a good first step.
Awesome first step. So we're saying it with love. Take responsibility for the fact that you're the one that chose not to go see your friend. Nobody kept you from it, although I do understand that sometimes it can really feel like that when love and friendship is conditional.
Yeah.
So if their love and friendship is conditional with you based on what you do, they're not people that you need to spend your time with. No.
Agreed.
You gotta set your base standard of like what you want. You gotta raise the bar and have a higher standard of friends. Don't let anyone try to control you like that. So I'm sorry that you had to go through that, Mint Liz. Is that her real name?
Mint Liz.
Mint Liz. That's a cute name.
Mint Liz.
And she also did say that these particular friends punched her before, and she doesn't want it to happen again. What do I do?
That's not very cool, man.
And I think anyone watching would probably say, well, try to stay away from these friends, and why do you feel like you need to stay in abusive situations?
Why do you even call them friends? If they've punched you and tried to keep you away from other people, are they really friends?
Right. I think
I
it
wouldn't
can
be
be
friends with somebody who did that to me.
Never, no. But I have to say that it can be really confusing depending upon your home life and your upbringing and what you've experienced yourself is what family, friendship, and love is. But if those lines are kind of confusing for you because things are hard at home, I'm really sorry you're going through that, and I encourage you to reach out to a trusted adult and tell them what you're going through.
Yeah.
Okay, so good luck with that, Mint Liz, and thanks for writing to us.
You rock.
She does, doesn't she? Brave enough to write like that. That's awesome.
It's hard, and she's not at fault at all. Being a girl in school is hard, isn't it? It's like the hardest thing. It's
really confusing because I think everybody just wants to fit in.
Yeah, friendships, bullies, stuff like that.
Everybody wants to belong, and I think people get really controlling with each other, and friendship is it's like a cool club. Like, which clique are you going to get in with, and who are you going to feel most accepted with, and what was your, do you have any memories from school in which it was challenging like that?
I was bullied every single day in high school.
Were you?
Yeah, real bad. I only had like one real friend, and but I'd get beaten up, they'd pour soda on my head.
Oh my gosh.
It was sad.
I wish I knew you
hard.
then. I wish I could have protected you then.
I know. It was hard. And it wasn't until I got to like year 10 when I was like 14, 15 that I started to be able to stand up for myself a bit. But like those early years of high school, it was hard. Bullied.
Some of us have really challenging times growing up, but they're so essential to bring us to where we're at. If you didn't go through all that pain, you wouldn't be as empathetic as you are to other people that need help. So it's challenging. I remember one particular situation. I was probably 11 years old, and I was hanging out on this playground, and I was the only one there. I was playing, actually my little brother was there, and these girls broke into the playground, and they held me down, and they put sand down my pants. from behind. I was just, I know, it was awful. And they were really, really mean, and I was so scared. And my stepfather came and got me and kind of saved me. It's pretty amazing to me that what kids do to each other, if adults did that to another adult, you'd be in prison.
Right.
You would literally be in prison. You could never treat another adult like that. So that's why I'm really passionate about children's rights and helping kids learn to speak out for themselves and know what's healthy and what's not.
I remember this group of girls that I wanted to be friends with, kind of, and they wrote me a list about this long of everything I needed to change about myself to be their friend. And it was so awful. Like, I couldn't like certain music, I wasn't allowed to dress a certain way, and I used to love skateboarding, and that was on the list, and I was like, you know what, no, this is not worth it, and I ripped that list up, and that was the end of that. No way.
Oh, sis. Every time I hear, we learn so much about each other through doing this series. It's really powerful, so when you guys are hearing this stuff for the first time, so am I, and so is she with each other, because it triggers a lot of memories in us, doesn't it? Talking about these things. Sometimes they're really challenging and hard to work through, but other times we relive them and kind of bare our soul to be able to help you, for you to know that that's unfortunately part of a lot of people's childhoods.
A lot of people get bullied. There's no excuse for bullying at all, but sadly it's so common.
What would you have done different? I'd like to share what I would have done different back then to prevent that from happening, is to tune into my instinct and my heart, because there was so many times my instinct told me something was wrong, told me people were either dangerous or not good to be around, and I was taught to silence that instinct so early on by the adults around me who like made me kind of obey them and do what they told me to do, that it was really hard to tune into that instinct after a while.
I was very mute as a kid. I couldn't talk very good, and like, so when I'd get like picked on and bullied, I'd be shaking and I couldn't say anything. It took me a long time to be able to say the word no and stop or whatever. I remember like when I was 11 and I was biking home from school, and there's a big group of girls, and they were like 15, 16-year-olds, there's like 7 of them, and they would just beat me up so bad. And I don't know why. I was just the kid that was always bullied. Sometimes
some of us are targets at different points in our life. Really, a lot of people do become targets, and you kind of have that energy about you for a while, and it's nothing you're doing wrong, it's just how it is sometimes, but you grow and learn from those mistakes. I remember so many things when you're talking. I remembered I was at the school dance in this town that I had never been to. A friend invited me to like her grandmother's, in the town her grandmother lived in, they were having a dance, and I went, and this boy liked me. I must have been 13 or 14, and this boy liked me, and he was kind of cute, and so I kind of liked him, and then we'll come to find out his girlfriend, or ex-girlfriend, saw that he liked me and said, I'm gonna kick your butt. And everybody was drinking and doing drugs, and I remember being so uncomfortable, and all these people started gathering in this huge circle.
Oh no, I hate that part.
I know, a circle, and I don't know anybody. I'm like totally new to this town, and I wanted to go to this dance, and I got my pretty outfit on and wanted to look nice. And she like stood in the circle, and she's like, come on, let's go. And I didn't know what to do. I just like was like, I don't want to fight you. I don't want to do this. And she started screaming, and then it was awful. She pushed me, and I kind of just like ran away. And I remember my friend left me there. She stayed at the dance. And so I was walking around the city alone.
No!
In this like really dangerous town. It was just, but it sounds scary, but honestly, like these experiences in life, you'll look back on and you'll be a better friend, a better mother, a better sister. Like when you can take these negative experiences and turn them into learning experiences. I should have, the second I heard that girl like wanted to beat me up, I should have called my parents and left.
Yeah.
When you have those kind of things come up, you don't have to be tough. You have to do the right thing to protect yourself. You have to love yourself enough to walk out.
Fighting never solves anything. I never ever fought back, ever. I've never like had a fight where I've been fighting. I've been beaten up, but I've never never fought anyone. I never will.
Well, I'm proud of you, sis.
I wish we had each other back then. Can you imagine how different school would be?
Yeah, I mean,
no one would have messed with us.
No. After a while, exactly. That'd be so great. You know, I've thought of going into schools and talking about friendships and bullying, because I think so many people would benefit, like so many kids want to know these kind of things, for sure. But when somebody's being really physical and mean and wanting to beat somebody up, it's usually an indication that things are pretty bad at home.
Yeah.
And that's something that most people don't understand, that when you see a bully or somebody's being mean to you, if you can open your heart to understanding that they're treated that way, that's why they do that.
They think that that's okay, so what kind of upbringing are they having?
Right, and even though it's so mean, a lot of people don't really know any different. They just, that's how they're treated by their parents or their uncle or their big siblings or whatever, so that's what they do. They hurt people because they're hurt. Yeah. So it's really, it's hard if someone's being mean to you, but if you can just send love out and just walk away, I think that's the best thing.
Yeah, totally.
Sometimes toughness is not caring what people think, not caring if people think you're a coward.
It's not about that's toughness.
Right, toughness is, I mean, being physical and getting in fights is easy. It's like the easy way to solve something. But
it's not the right way.
It's not being tough. It's actually being kind of cowardice because you're not willing to be strong enough to not care what people think and be like, this isn't right. Yeah. This isn't right. I don't have any desire to fight you. And you go and tell an adult, and that is the ultimate strength, is doing the right thing. And the right thing is the most peaceful thing.
Yeah, and you'll be the bigger person out of that too.
So we have one more question in this episode. This episode ended up being kind of a sister to sister, sister to bro.
Bonding thing.
Yeah, like discussion. That was really important. So we do have one more question.
Okay.
Let's see. And this is from Jessie. It says, "Hi Dayna and Amy. First the good news. I found my soul sisters. Yay!
That's it.
Their names are Vivian and Amy, and they're the greatest friends I could ever ask for. Very cute. Vivian lives in New Zealand, while Amy and I live in different parts of the UK. I know a lot of people will have a go at me saying things like the internet isn't safe, but nobody seems to care that I have seen their faces and know they're both not some 50-year-old lorry drivers."
Brilliant.
Nice sense of humor there, Jessie.
Cutie.
I love it.
She's adorbs.
She is. My main dream is to meet them both in New Zealand together, but I'm worried that it will never happen. I don't know how I'm going to achieve what I want to, and I hope you can help me. Okay.
Don't give up hope, man.
This is an important thing from your big sisters to hear, that when you have a dream, or you set a goal, or what I like to say, set an intention, you don't need to worry about the how it's going to happen.
You just know it will.
Yeah, because you know what? The universe works things out in really mysterious ways sometimes. And when you get too caught up in the how and how am I going to have the money, right, exactly. The details are enough to like put a halt to your dream.
Yeah, you just gotta trust the universe. That's what we did, right? I moved across the world to be with you.
And we didn't know how that would happen.
No.
So I think Amy and I really, since we've been super close and together here, we're learning more and more secrets to share to you. And one is to not get caught up in the details of anything. Like, how many times have I said to you, let's not worry about that, it's going to work out. It always does.
And it really does.
It does, in ways that you're never expecting either.
Yeah, when you're in tune with the universe and stuff, things do work out the way they're supposed to.
And you have to trust the way things are unfolding. Like, sometimes plans will change a little bit, and it feels like a disappointment. But I always tell Amy, no, just wait. It might feel like a disappointment, but it's really for the best, and it's going to work out better than we initially thought it would, and it always does. So I want to say to you, Jessie, don't worry about the how. Do not get caught up in that. Feel the feeling of getting told, right, and getting told you're gonna go, you're going to see them, and you just hold that space and you just let it go to the universe to figure out and orchestrate for you. The universe is always conspiring in your favor.
It might take some time, but it will get there.
Exactly. So the good news is you don't have to control that or worry about that at all. It's going to take care of itself. You just shoot that rocket of desire, that boom, I want to go to New Zealand, and it'll manifest. Exactly.
I'm big believers in manifesting.
Yeah, and worry and fear really, like, it's like when you have a dream and then you're afraid of how it's going to happen, it's like having one foot on the gas and one foot on the brake. It really is. Like, you can't move forward, you're not quite stopping. It's really holds up the manifestation or your dreams. So you just have to put your foot on the gas and say, I know what's going to happen. I don't have to worry about the details.
Tell them about the road thing that you tell me.
Oh, yeah. I love that analogy.
Me. Yeah. I
heard this particular analogy on the movie The Secret. It was really good. It said that when you're driving down the road at night in the dark in the car, the headlights can only see like 100 feet in front of you. Not even that far sometimes. And even though you can't see like all the way down the road where you're driving, you still trust that the road's going to be there. You still trust that you're going to get where you're going, even though you can only see a couple feet in front of you. So this is the same exact thing. So you may not be able to see how everything's going to unfold for you. You don't know how your dreams are going to unfold, but you have to trust, just like those headlights, that the path, the road's going to continuously be laid down in front of you, and it's going to go exactly where you want it to go. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Soul Sister Saturday. Please send more questions. We will get to them all eventually. We love you guys and we want to help. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave a comment or question below. Tell us your problems, your issues, your comments, your thoughts. Send your love.
Love.
Love. Please send us some cool Soul Sister fan art like you have been. I love it. We love it so
we do.
much.
It's awesome. We do want to put it up here. When are we gonna?
Oh, your
board.
flower halo just wants to be upon your head now.
It's like a cat flower.
Beautiful. It jumped right upon her head. Yes, we want to put them up behind us so you guys can see them and see your own art up there. And yeah, thank you again for your love and support. We really appreciate it. And we're glad that you love the Soul Sister Saturday videos, and we will see you next week.